What's up, Permian Basin? Welcome back to another episode of Workforce Table Talk, where we keep the Permian Basin in the know. My name is Valerie Lotito.
And my name is Diana Mesa.
And today we have Mr. Robert Segura. He is the HR Director for Midland County.
Yes, so welcome. Today we're going to talk about is highlight some of the services that we've worked on together. Some of the things would be job postings, job fairs, our summer earn and learn program, and our work experience. Today, we're going to specifically touch on our Summer Earn and Learn program. And just to give a little backstory, our Summer Earn and Learn program is for our participants during the summer that will work in average about 5 weeks. They are between the ages of 14 to 22, and they are focused more on the disabilities sector. And they can range from high function to low function, and depending on where they best fit, we will place them there. And you have been a great addition to it. Tell us a little backstory as far as, your background with the Summer Earn and Learn program.
Okay, thank you so much. I was first introduced to the Summer Earn and Learn program, also known as SEALS, back in 2015 during my time at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center. We participated. We started slow because I really didn't know what to expect. We picked up a student each summer. Fast forward to 2019, and I had a student one summer while I was at Permian Lied, which is a manufacturing plant here in Odessa, Texas. And most recently, we picked up 2 students during my time summer of 2021 at Midland County. So, not only working with a bunch of youth, but also getting to understand and appreciate what Summer Earn and Learn is all about.
Absolutely. So what made you participate when it was first introduced to you for the summer program?
So, as a human resources professional, I've been doing this since 2001. I'm a firm believer in hiring for attitude and training for skill. And, I know there is a recruiting and a vetting process for identifying targeted youth. And with that, I at least know that we have youth that want to work, and that's typically the biggest hurdle of all of them. Also, I think there's an opportunity to provide a professional workplace setting where youth would probably never get an opportunity to operate. What I've learned in the past is, I'd ask our youth, what did you do prior to this? Or what is your work experience? And some of the answers I get were really heartbreaking. They would be, no one's ever given me a job before. They don't think I can do something, or I'm pushing, baskets at the grocer, which there's nothing wrong with that. But, if somebody, anybody, regardless of ability or inability, wants to strive for more, I think there should be platforms to allow for that. So my take on this is, let's focus on what our youth can do and take away the focus from what they can't do. And let's leverage those skill sets and identify, what jobs we have or what we can assign our youth to take away some skill sets and hopefully, take away a life experience for them.
That's very well said. Very well said.
Absolutely. So how did this experience enhance your work site?
For me and the departments that would work with our youth, I think it's very much a feel-good story. It is one where we play matchmaker. We try to identify where the youth has limitations, and we steer away from those particular jobs, and we turn around and focus on jobs that the youth can do. And I'll give you some examples. I've had one youth who, he was hearing impaired, and he would read lips, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we found that he was most effective when he wasn't having to converse in great amounts of time with other people. So he did a lot of filing and moving items, things like that. I've had youth with Asperger's, which I believe is a mild form of autism. And, the lesson in that was, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't assume that a youth is quote unquote okay when they're battling internal challenges, whether it be getting nervous in front of other people or shutting down when you put them on the spot, things like that. So you have to approach our youth with a certain level of empathy. Understand that there is something there and it's not always visible. And last year I had 2 youth. Their names were Tanner and Lucas. Great kids, and they did have autism, and we learned with autistic youth to focus on repetitive actions. They really enjoyed it. In their cases, they were doing a lot of scanning, and they really enjoyed it. Where it would be a very monotonous task for other people, they just absolutely ate up the opportunity to do something like this. They were in an office. It was a controlled environment. They're not in the heat or the cold, or they saw this as a true opportunity and jumped all over it. And that was very much. And I would say in Tanner and Lucas's case, this was the first time I really had the opportunity to engage parents as well. If we saw that they were having a rough day, we'd reach out to a parent and say, "Hey, everything okay with the guys?" Or and when we finally got to recognize them and thank them for their time with us, I could look off to the side and parents were on the verge of tears because they saw that their child had gotten a chance at normalcy. And so there's an inherent reward right there without it being, they provided a service for us, and without Workforce Solutions and the SEALS program and businesses to partner, this creates an opportunity for youth that will carry them the rest of their lives.
Yes, and I think for the next question, you touched on it a little bit more, but I think, talking about how it enhanced your work site and how it impacted, the youth. Firsthand, I was able to see that impact on them, so they truly enjoyed working with you guys, and I think they took something out of it. So in helping and impacting them in their lives, I think that you guys did such a beautiful job with them, because they were able to be on TV, they were recognized in the court, so it was a really, truly nice experience for them. So in the middle of it all, thank you for everything, Sometimes there are misconceptions, stigmas, and stereotypes about our program. What would you say to an employer who might be hesitant about participating with this experience?
So that's a very good question, and I would say that's a very layered question, not just from an employer standpoint, but from the youth standpoint as well. First and foremost, if an employer if their intent is to participate out of sympathy, I would say don't. This is an opportunity for the youth to have a chance at some level of normalcy. This is probably the most normal thing that they've been exposed to in their lives, and to do this and just not have them contribute to your workforce is not doing your organization nor the youth any justice. Now, if you want a contributing member of society to join your team, then communicate with Workforce Solutions, identify the available youth, and focus on what the youth can do. Don't immediately assume that the youth is going to be a disruption in your workplace, because they're not. I've been doing this I've been doing this 7 years now. This will be year 8. I've never had a disruption in my workplace. So it ultimately comes down to mindset. If you treat the person as if they are not able to do something, they're ultimately not going to be able to do something. But if you treat them as if they can do it, or if you focus on the things they can do, they're going to be an absolute home run hitter, contributor to your team.
I like the way you put that.
So for the next question would be, do you plan on continuing participating in this program?
Absolutely. Not only with the department that we worked with last year, they've already asked. They've asked for more participants. But I have, all of our departments saw the value that these two youth brought, and I now have other departments that are asking for youth as well.
That's great.
So, and every department's different. So I have different jobs available. If it's something that's outdoors, maybe, and we play matchmaker ultimately. If we want somebody who wants to be outside, maybe they cut grass, or they learn a trade like landscaping or something cool like that. Or, if they want to learn business skills, then, maybe copying and scanning is the path to go. But at the end of the day, we all have our own path, and we can identify what path to take for each individual youth.
Right. What would you say, I guess, is the greatest impact and maybe the reason why you would recommend this program to others?
If SEALS is handled correctly, not only on the part of the employer, but also, hold to a level of accountability the youth themselves, I think it's a net win for everybody. We all get something out of this. The Workforce Solutions identifies the youth. We provide the platform for them to be able to work, and the youth gets an opportunity that they would probably normally not get under just regular circumstances. So it's all matchmaking. It's all of us coming together to make this a successful program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your answers. Those were wonderful. So the SEAL program will be coming up this summer.
Yes.
It usually runs between June and July, correct?
Mm-hmm. So this year we have an anticipated date of June to July.
Okay. So if anyone is interested in becoming an employer, a worksite for this program, please reach out to us. Diana is our contact for this program. She's working with the employers to set up all of the work sites, and like Mr. Robert here, working with Diana to get all of that set up and get some students placed there. So please contact us if you're interested, 432-367-3332. Also, we want to make sure that you guys come and like and follow us on Facebook. We are trying to keep that feed up to date with some things that are going on in the office. We started doing some weekly workforce updates, which are live streams that we're doing on Facebook. On those, we highlight live job fair and event updates, workforce services, community services, and we also try and highlight an employer of the week.
Yes, we do. So tune in, reach out if it's something that you're interested in. And once again, we just want to thank you again for being part of the podcast, for one, and then also being such a loyal employer to us. We enjoy working with you, and I think these participants truly enjoy it. And I think with that, we're going to wrap it up.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Permian Basin. See you next time.